Hello YouTube, my name is Skits, and today I'm going to give you 3 tips to improve your gameplay in Rainbow Six Siege. Offense Edition, Part 2. Part 2 will talk about some of the advanced tactics you'll see more often in Platinum rank and above. My main goal as a content creator is to give new players a resource to learn, and to provide experienced players with some fresh reminders of the things they may get lazy or complacent with. So be sure to like, subscribe, and leave some feedback for me in the comments section so I can improve for the next video. With that being said, enjoy. Your first tip for becoming a better attacker is to use your utility properly. Learning how to use gadgets and utility is an important skill to add to your repertoire as an attacker. You don't want to spam your flashes, smokes, and nades where you don't absolutely need them. Ideally, your team is properly droning and positioning attackers for a clean and swift roam clear without wasting too much utility. Once you've completed your initial roam clear and have lines of sight into the objective, you could use those gadgets and utility to create windows of opportunity to enter sight. You don't want to waste these windows of opportunity. Doing so will force you into advantageous gunfights for the defenders and leave you vulnerable to getting picked off before establishing any position in the bomb site. Only use gadgets and utility to create these opportunities if you're going to commit to action. The popping of a flash, smoke, or nade in these situations should be followed up with swift action or movement into the bomb site. Be sure to remember your objective when in the moment. Your job is to use gadgets and utility to enable you to move into positions in sight that will disable the defenders from holding longer angles and potentially contesting the diffuser player from entering the room. Once position is established within the bomb site, you're going to want to protect your planner from direct threats that may enter the room. You can now use things like air jabs, nades, Zofia stuns and impacts, and various utility from that point on to prevent the defuse. This will enable you and your team to become better at closing out your attacking rounds once you've gained that important positioning from using your utility properly to clear and enter. Your next tip is taking the ground that is given to you. Learning to close the gap between you and an unsuspecting defender as quickly as possible is going to give you the most amount of time to coordinate a plan execution or force defending players into poor positioning within the site. As your team works on droning and positioning, you don't want to waste any time taking uncontested real estate. Taking up the free space on a map forces defenders to play more conservative as they are awarded less ground to cover. Once this is completed, you can contest areas outside of sight where defenders may be soft roaming at. This is where you will pick up a lot of kills on unsuspecting soft roam operators. Taking the uncontested ground will enable you and your team to clear hard roamers and soft roamers quickly, and enable your team to focus on isolating the anchors and deciding which area would be the most suitable for a plant. Obviously, you don't want to rush this process. You want to have a tactical and controlled approach to take uncontested real estate. In order to secure a swift yet controlled advance across the map, you want to have an active drone at least a room ahead of you and a teammate ready for a potential trade or pinch on a designated defender. Doing such will give you significantly more time in an offensive round to break down the integrity of a defense and secure the round win. The better you get at confidently taking the ground that is given to you with the assistance of active drones, the more success you'll have at the rank you're playing at. So go out there, coordinate your clear to perfection, and go dismantle those defenses. And your last tip to improve as an attacker is reading your teammates, specifically their body language. This tip is for players who may be playing with a lack of communication or who just want to pick up more information based on teammate movement and behavior. You can learn a lot about a given round based on where and what your teammates are doing. For example, in a 2v1 situation, it would be advised to slow down and coordinate with your teammate. You want to make sure that you have an extremely high win rate in rounds where your team has the advantage. Attacking can already be hard as it is. Don't make it more difficult by throwing away the advantages you've earned throughout a round. Getting your timing right on when to enter the site in a 2v1 will force defenders into attempting to kill 2 offensive players at once, coming at them from 2 different angles in the dying seconds of a round. Obviously, in the best case scenario, you could just coordinate a plant with that teammate and avoid the gunfight until post-plant. But, as time depletes from a round, sometimes you have no other choice than going for the kill. Alternatively, if you see your teammate beginning the plant animation, you don't want to sprint into a death and leave your teammate out to dry. Reading your teammate's body language and what they are doing in a round can enable you to complete a pinch or complete a bomb plant to win you that 4-4 OT match point round to propel you into the next rank. So, start playing with that awareness of what your teammates are doing and how to make decisions based off their gameplay too. This awareness will help you play smarter in those stressful end-of-round situations where time is not on your side. And with that, this video has come to its conclusion. I really appreciate everyone who watched to the end. If you're interested in seeing some more of my content, my socials are in the description. So thanks again for watching, best of luck in your next matches, and I'll see you next time.